Yes, there you are.
I will share my screen and make it full. Okay, is it okay for everybody to see it?
Perfect, and you can go ahead. Tell us some more.
Okay. Then let me introduce to you FNX, which is a pretty new fund because we started it in end of February of this year. What's the aim of the goal? What's the aim of the fund is to invest in cybersecurity, protection tech, new materials, and dual-use companies. I will explain a little bit more about the genesis of the fund. Then many of you may know Herstal Group, which is known for FNX Browning Winchester, which is a leading company in the small weapons and in the shoot sector. Their goal is to diversify their activities, and then together, Wallonie Entreprendre and Herstal launched a fund, seed stage fund. Then we have like 20 millions under management to invest in pre-seed and seed stage companies. Then our purpose, investing in pre-seed, seed stage companies from Benelux, France, and Germany in the different categories. What is protection tech is really like all the technologies, and I will go deeper on the topics later on, that can secure and protect people, companies, infrastructure, the nature in the real world. Then if you want, you have like cyber security.
Please,
I think that someone should switch off his mic.
It's done. Go ahead.
Then you have like the protection of the virtual world with cybersecurity and the protection and security of the real world with protection tech. Our real value proposition is to be a human investor. What we mean by that is really like to be direct, concrete, and to have like connection with the founders. I know that a lot of funds say that, but it's really the first criteria. Then you can be the next Odoo or the next I don't know what, but we don't have a human fit with you, we won't invest. That's the way it works, because it's better for you and for us that we can call each other whenever we want, and to be sure that we share the same value. Then it's really the one of the main criteria for us. What's the value proposition also of the fund is a corporate fund, because it's really it's managed by Wallonie Entreprendre. We bring our VC and startup support experience, and Herstal can help for the go-to-market because they have like many clients, but also, and they are really eager to support you to do that. If you are more in the physical world, is to help to make prototypes and to help to really produce on a lot of more physical objects. What are the technologies we invest in for the protection tech? Then it's AI and machine learning in the embedded AI and machine learning, microelectronics, autonomous systems, and you see a flying drone, but we don't invest only in flying drones. We are really eager to look at submarines and also grounded systems. We are not sure we will invest in vehicles because it has a lot of money to deploy, and we prefer really to be on some specific aspect, and it's why autonomy can be like the energy autonomy, which is one of the main problems for the flying drones, but also autonomy regarding the system is really important for us. We will look at, or we already looked at, sensors, robotics, and advanced and new materials. Advanced and new materials, it's something that we want to have 100% synergies with FN, is that there are materials that they can use in their process. It's the only segment when we absolutely need a synergy with FN, because something that people may be afraid of is having a corporate venture fund in their cap table. But because it's managed by Wallonie Entreprendre, you don't have this overlaps. Then we do also invest then in physical security, operational and mission planning. Then they are the software that can help police, the military peoples and so on to help in the operation. We think that AI can help a lot in this sector. Also via VR, etc., helping for the training and the development and the threat detection in the real world. That can be with drones, but also with just normal cameras embedded with AI. Even though we notice that there is a lot of competition, then you need to really come with a disruptive and solution. Cybersecurity is really broad, then I show everything there. But one of our focus of the last weeks has been to look at what is deepfake, what we call in French fraude au président, and so on, because we know that with generative AI is going to really grow up, and we really want to invest in the solution that will solve this kind of problem, which is really the problem for the next 10, 15 years. What is our investment strategy? We have two strategies, one as lead investor, one other as follower investor. Then we will invest at the pre-seed stage between 200 and 250K. It's like people that developed a prototype and have what we call traction. Then you don't have already commercial traction, but we want you to speak with clients, or to have spoken with clients already, or potential clients, because in the deep tech sector, we see that you have a lot of engineers really building incredible product, but not being able to sell it. And then at the seed stage, we will invest from or around 500K. Then ideally in rounds between 300K and 1.5, 2 million in equity. If we are lead investor, we expect to have like between 8 and 10% in the company for the first round. As follower investor, we are okay to invest, to be follower, but for tier 1 VCs only, because we have seen too many tourist VCs on the market these last years, and we don't want to follow everybody. Then our ultimate ambition is really to help you to develop the company in the next years, and for that we have reserves. Then we invest initially between 200 and 500K, and we can invest up to 2 million per company, and our goal is to have a 20 startups portfolio. Really easy and usual investment process. I meet with every company that fits in our target for a 30-minute call. Then if it makes sense, we make a second call of 1 hour, sometimes just 30 minutes. And if after this 1 hour, 1 hour 30, we are okay with that, we go deeper in the due diligence. And then classical process. We don't give a timeline because currently we are more proactive than being contact, and then we know that founders take their time and we don't want to hurry them up. It was everything for me. Don't hesitate to contact me. You have my email address there. Contact me if you are in our target. Happy to discuss.
Thank you so much, Thibaut, for presenting us the FNX Ventures Fund, which is quite new. So I think it was very interesting for a lot of people to discover the type of projects that you are investing in. Maybe one of the questions that I saw was, in the capital, there's Wallonie Entreprendre. What does that mean about the scope of the projects? Meaning, is it a regional or can you go broader?
Yeah, as it was written, but I maybe didn't mention it enough. We invest in Benelux, France, and Germany because it's really like a niche sector. Then we need to be broader enough.
Sure. And then as it came to my ears that you have already seen more than 100 projects so far to really make a good selection. So it seems that they're quite selective, and that's a really good one. So can you tell us a bit more about what will be the kind of project then that can seduce you a bit more or larger than just the criteria?
Yeah, as I said, human fit is really important. Yeah. There is something too, is that the time to market doesn't need to be too long, and it's really something that we need to figure it out. It's between being deep tech and have a short time to market, and it's really key for us. Then criteria are okay, people, but everybody says that, and okay, but really like the go-to-market strategy and the value proposition. How do you differentiate from your competition? It's really key.
Yeah. Very understood. Thanks. There's one question coming in, but I think the answer will be no. But let me ask it anyway. Is your target of interest also adapted to R&D in healthcare with the possibility of sales traction?
Indeed, the answer is no.
Okay. Yes, I thought so. Okay, this is out of scope then. Okay, yeah. Well, thank you. That clarifies it. And I think we will have to sum it up here. Other questions that will pop up, we will address them directly to you, or just get in contact directly with Thibaut for your follow-up. So thank you so much, Thibaut, for the presentation. Very clear. Good luck with the selection of your first project to invest in. And then we'll move to our second speaker. So that's Yannick. Yannick, you can take the stage and share your presentation and present us VIVES Funds. Go ahead. Let's see. Your presentation is moving up. Cannot see it yet.
Wait.
Just try again. It's coming.
You see my screen?
No, I don't see it. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. It's perfect. Stage is yours. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks to give me the opportunity to introduce VIVES Fund. Before to start to explain you VIVES, I would like to come back to some history because we changed recently the structure, and maybe most of you knows VIVES through Sopartec. So Sopartec was the management company of the VIVES Fund in the past. So VIVES exists from 2001, as you can see here on the historic lines. Recently, as of February 2024, we changed a bit the structure and we spin out the management of the fund to VIVES Partners. And we change also a bit the philosophy of the fund. That's why I would like to first introduce this brief slide because it's important to understand the next one. So now, as of February, the two last funds, VIVES 2 and VIVES EUF, Inter-University Fund, are managed by VIVES Partners. And we closed the third fund, so VIVES EUF, in February at 75 million euro. So what we are doing, so our mission is to invest in cutting-edge European scientific research. So we are based in Belgium. We invest in all Europe except UK and Switzerland. We have different university partnerships. So with Wageningen in Holland, with KU Leuven, with University of Luxembourg, University of Paris. But we can invest, and that's what changed. With the previous fund, we can invest in all startups in Europe, even if you don't have a collaboration link with one of the universities. So it extends quite a lot our playground, let's say. So our main focus of investment, we are generalists by definition, so we can basically invest in everything. However, we focus on three main verticals. So the first one is the human health or life sciences in a large sense. So we can make drugs, diagnostic, MedTech, all who touch life sciences in a large sense. The second pillar, it's the AgTech, so agri, agro, tech, climate, food waste management, all who turn around environment issues. And the third one, it's what we call the hard engineering. So basically, it's where you cannot find life, but mainly hardware. Again, we are generalists, so it's we are driven by the investment thesis. So if we believe in the investment thesis and it fit with our portfolio management or criteria, we can of course consider any investment thesis. For example, we made recently 1 year ago an investment in the space tech industry in Luxembourg, so it's a bit out of the scope, but we did it. We invest from pre-seed to round A, so we can invest before inception of the company up to round A. Our ticket size starts from 250K up to 10% of our investment fund, so meaning 7.5 million euro on the total follow-on. We play a role of co-investor or co-lead. We can eventually lead if it's in Belgium. As I mentioned before, geographical scope is Europe, but we, let's say, focus on the regional area, so Benelux, France, Luxembourg, Netherlands. But if we can go, we have to go to Italy or Spain, we can as well consider. As exclusion, we are not investing in pure app business, so we are not making a SaaS platform or such business, and we are not making or try to avoid a B2G business, meaning business to government business. In terms of decision process, it's quite classical. So you submit your project. We have a first review internally to see if it fits with our investment criteria and of portfolio management. If we are not already involved in this area of investment, for example, we will not invest 3 times in the same sectors, for instance. If it fits, then we organize meetings with you and your teams to understand a bit more your project and who is behind. Team is really important for us, so often we realize an executive appraisal of the key people of your team, not to check your hard skill, but more your soft skills. Because startups, it's always a roller coaster story, so we have to be sure that you will behave on the same way when the things will go a bit more smoothly. So the investment committee will see your project, and if it's okay, then we start a deeper due deal, and we submit your files to the advisory committee, which are the representatives of our LPs. And if we have the green light, then we can go ahead and finalize the terms and conditions of the investment. So it's a process. We can, I put 3 months, but it depends really. It's a case by case. A life sciences project takes, in general, a bit more time than an agri-tech or a pure engineering project. On the team, so we are 4 in the team. So it's each of us has its own playground and expertise. So we have André, which is more in the engineering part. Sandra, who comes from Droya, which is more in the life sciences part. I'm bioengineer by education, so I'm more taking care of the biotech, agro, but as well life sciences. And Philippe, our managing partner, has an overview on everything. It's a more transversal view. Our former colleague of Sopartech are still there to help us to on certain topics like IP, legal, and finance. So they are here as support role. We ask us to give you a certain what VIVES can bring you as added value. So I think that some testimony would speak for ourselves. So it's better that you speak with our partner or the CEO of our projects. What we can do is really creating companies from scratch and bringing it to a scale, and to give the means to arrive on the round A or round B. So we are really structuring the company from the beginning to bring and to structure properly the company. We are hands in, so we like to be. We are always in the board of the companies. We are renowned to be a bit strong in the governance, but it's important from the really beginning to be well aligned on the governance of the company. And all this stuff brings that, to give you an example, with VIVES 2, where we invest 30 million euro with VIVES 2, we succeed to bring more than 1 billion euro in the company in which we've invested, because the other VCs knows well how VIVES works and rely on our, let's say, professionalism on the structuring. Voilà, so some of the deal flow, that's the VIVES 2 portfolio. I will not go through, I don't know if I have time, but I still have some time. So yes, you can see here the existing portfolio of VIVES 2. So we are quite well balanced between life sciences, agri-tech, biotech, and more hard engineering. The two main success so far, it's iTeos Therapeutics, that we created from scratch and that we bring to the NASDAQ 2 years ago. Synthesis Therapeutic, it's also one of the success. It's a molecule that we take out of the shelf from UCB. We built a consortium of investors and we sell it last year to AbbVie in US for 1 billion deal value. Of course, we have also a less nice story with some liquidation and bankruptcy, but in an average, we are quite happy with portfolio of VIVES 2. And VIVES 3, we already made 8 investments. Two new will be announced soon. So we are LMO, it's in Luxembourg in the space industry. We are in the COVID part with Xavier. We are in more hardware with VoxSense, which are a remote solution to monitor the gas in the industrial, let's say, sector. Bioxol, which is a brand new company active in biocontrol solution for mildew of vineyard and potatoes. It's a spin-off from UC Louvain. Sunrise, maybe you hear about, it's on the sleep apnea activity. Voilà. And if you have some question or if you want to submit one of your projects, don't hesitate to reach me. You have my email here and happy to discuss with you.
Thank you. So much, Yannick, for your presentation of the VIVES Fund. I can hear myself double. I hope that's not for you to get. Okay, it's fine. So thank you so much. So some questions popping up. So it seems that the projects are quite high level that you are investing in. That can maybe, well, that's probably, that's also the good part, and that's why you can convince all the other partners to step in. It can be a bit frightening for the entrepreneurs with projects that don't see themselves there yet. How soon can you step in a project, and are you ready to accompany? You said very early. So, but how do you make this selection then? What do they need to tell you to convince you?
Mm-hmm. Well, we need to. In terms of maturity, we are really quite flexible. So as I mentioned, we can invest really in pre-seed or even before inception of the company. But what is really important for us is the differentiation level. So we need to have IP. IP in the project is a key element for us, showing that you bring something innovative or novelty on the market. So we will not make a Me Too product of that's not in our DNA. But that's where we can start to consider a file. It's really where you bring something new or to tackle a problem on a different way. When I say IP, I don't want to mean absolutely a patent, but a know-how, a secret, or something like that. It could be enough, but we need to have really a barrier at entry, let's say.
Yeah. very clear. Thanks for clarifying that out. We have some other questions coming up. One from Idris. As the initiative seems to be linked to lycée Louvain, is it possible to start a collaboration with another academic institute or university, even if it's not in Belgium?
Yes, yes.
Yes, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
In the past, it was not. That's why I try to explain the change of the history. In the past, it was not the case, but today we have more freedom to collaborate with anyone.
Okay. When Simon asks when VIVES 1 will be 2 will be closed, and what is the expected return to LPs?
Sorry.
When will it be closed?
It's closed. The
VIVES
VIVES UF, it's closed.
It is closed.
So VIVES UF, it's closed at 75.
Okay.
And the second question was?
And what is the expected return to LPs? I suppose to the
the maximum.
Yeah, well, good answer. Good answer, Yannick. All right, and then okay. Somebody asked where more details. Why no apps? But yeah, I think that's the genesis of the fund. So I don't think you need to or can add much more
no
about
apps.
that.
It's more difficult to define. Yeah, we are not specialized internally on apps, and it's not in our core business. So I think there are enough funds specialized in apps to support you.
Yeah, sure. Sure. And then maybe one last question to wrap up. Can you share with us one project that you accompanied and by which you were marked, especially in a good way or maybe in a less good way, but that marked you the most?
And that we exit or that we are still in?
Oh, that you're still in. You can choose.
But the one that in which we are really happy to be in, and we believe a lot, it's a Sunrise in the sleep apnea that we have invested 2 years ago with other key investor in Europe. So they are tackling really a public health issue. It's let's say the sleep apnea. So if you speak with people, everybody has a problem with sleeping or don't sleep well. And it's underdiagnosed, because if you want to know if you sleep, the quality of your sleep, you need to pass a night at hospital, and almost everybody drop from there. Here they develop a simple device, FDA approved, that you stick on your chin and you can do the test at home. So it really it will really disrupt the market of the sleep apnea and give the opportunity to everyone to be tested. And what we like is that they are developing as well the therapeutic aside this diagnostic, because once you know that you are not sleeping well, you come back with the classical therapeutic, which is the CPAP. So you sleep with this hair blower all the night. But here they develop an alternative one who, based on the first clinical trial that we have seen, will give a good night for the future for the people.
Yeah, really great. Thank you so much for sharing that experience, Yannick, with us. And then I think we can wrap up here. Of course, other questions, when they come up, we will share them afterwards. So thanks again, Yannick. And then we'll move to our third presenter. That's Olivier. Olivier, the stage will be yours.
Yes, I will share my screen. Okay. Do you see it? Because I don't see it on my side.
So we can see your screen. So please tell us more about the also new fund or quite recent fund, WeLoveFounders. We're ready to hear everything about it. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm Olivier. I'm very happy to be here and to have the opportunity to present what we do at WeLoveFounders. And as you said, we launched a fund in September 2023. I will start with the team, because I think as a startup, it's a very important part of the fund. We are a team of 4 partners. All of us have been entrepreneurs, investors, and operators. Altogether, we funded 7 ventures and invested in more than 70 startups. We experienced success, failures, we know it will be a really roller coaster, and we used to share the same shoes. As for a startup, as I said, the team is one of the main assets of the fund. It's why I will very quickly present each partners. First one, Antoine Duchâteau funded the FinTech Odyssey. We became a global leader, reaching an area of 80 million with 700 people in the team. He sold it 10 years ago to Temenos. After his exit, he became a business angel, invest in 13 startups at the seed stage, pre-seed stage. Each time he take a chairman role. The second one is Olivier Taberry, works in a private equity fund in the US. After 2 years, he come back in Belgium, and he fund dedicated a late stage deal by deal fund. He invested, for example, in well-known companies as Airbnb, Klarna, SpaceX, Perigo, among others. Thomas Goubeau is our operating partner. He funded the prop tech Let's Build. He reached 6 million in ARR. He left the company 2 years ago and started coaching entrepreneurs in that journey. On my side, I funded the Metaverse Tattoo in 2005, reached 3 million members. After that, at that entrepreneurial experience, I joined the fund Sombre Invest, where I managed 30 million. I managed 30 million, invested in around 40 startups. I sit at 25 boards where I can look various challenges and work with the founder on that challenges. Sorry. Okay. As you understand, we are here for the right. That's very important. We see that like an adventure, and you are very passionate entrepreneur. Investment thesis, we will invest in maximum 15 startups. We are committed to have the time to really support the founders. It's core to value proposition. It's why the founder fit, is founder investor fit. It's so important for us. We will invest in only B2B SaaS companies whose sweet spot, it's really a startups who made around 500K ARR and raised between 1 and 2 million with a large market with low international barriers. Who first ticket, it's between 750K and 1 million. We take all the time the lead of the round, and we can follow on up to 3 million per startups. We are an European fund with a particular focus on Belgium, France, and Luxembourg, and Switzerland. And we have reserved 1 million to invest 10 tickets of 100K in pre-revenue startups. Here is the strategy of how we see the journey of startups. We will invest mainly at the seed stage, and our first focus will be to implement with the founder everything needed to reach a good quality growth. Our operating partner, Thomas Goubeau, is used to deploy this kind of playbooks. In our vision, we, especially today, we see two possible tracks. One is the hyper growth, the VC track, and the other one is what we call the hyper profitability. When we decide to invest, we are convinced that the startups has the potential to follow the hyper growth track, but we will never force them to follow that path. It's the market who has to drive the company, and not the company who drive the market with cash. We have experienced both, and we love also the hyper profitability track, where we will raise less and focus more on a positive EBITDA to be able to follow track as M&A strategy to consolidate the market earlier. There are plenty of opportunity right now on the market to do the M&A track. Yes, some more details into the good quality growth, how we see that. To reach a good quality growth, we will set up what we call operational excellence. We strongly encourage the founders to hire chief of staff. He will be responsible to structure the company, define the processes, prepare the board pack. He is responsible for the monthly reporting. He will support the founder in all these important tasks, but very chronophage for the founders. What we want is that the founders really focus on their zone of genius, where it can bring a lot of value to the company. We are convinced also that the governance is critical. We are for small board, maximum 5 members, meet on a 6-week basis, not an informative board, but a real added value board where we tackle 1 or 2 challenges faced by the company. Thomas, our operating partner, will be next to the founder with more operational approach. He will deploy product market fit, go to market, and operational playbook. When Antoine, me, and Olivier will take the chairman seat. Yes, we have a committee of experts around us who can help when needed. They cover all the aspects of the startups. We work with them for many years, and they really bring a lot of value to the company. And they can work with the company in a very short time to help them on a particular challenge they will face. Investment. We start the fund in September, and we already made 2 investments. The first one is in Dealside, a Belgian company based in Ghent, and they work on AI sales assistant. We really made a bet on the founders. All the founders are already exited founders. And the second one is Linksy. Linksy is a company in France. They are active in the embedded finance sector, and we invest in that company 1 million to support there in the next phases. Yes, to finish, some words about what is the founder's journey at WeLoveFounders. We take an example with Linksy. After we close the deal, we organize an onboarding with the founders. We invite them here in Brussels, and we spend 2 days together to work on to present them how we will work together. And we invite some expert, for example, expert in the go-to-market, and we discuss together and we prepare what will be the next. We also celebrate this important step for the startups. After that, 3 weeks later, we set up the first board where we deploy the governance setup. And 6 weeks after, there is a strategic day with Thomas Goubeau, and they define the annual vision, the quarterly business objective, and the monthly OKR. And then we continue manage very close the startups with the founder. Yes, I don't know. Here you have some slide of the team to have a deeper understanding of what is the team at WeLoveFounders. And yes, I hope that you are ready for the ride. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Olivier, for presenting us WeLoveFounders. Very interesting as well for the participants to discover, I think, because not all were already familiar with it. So very good. Maybe some content questions about what you presented it. At the point you mentioned that you and 2 of your partners will take a bit the chairman lead when you invest in a company. It was mentioned, for example, fundraising playbook. Can you a little bit more concrete say how far does this go then? How concretely you are involved then? Will you take the lead there, or how can?
Yeah, we always take the lead of the round, not for the startup. So we invest the 100K in the pre-revenue phase. That it's okay. We don't. We are here if needed, but you don't have a board and so on. But for the other company, as I explained just before, we will deploy different playbook. We don't take the place of the entrepreneur. That's very important. Sure. We work with them. It's why, as I mentioned, it's important to have this founders investor fit. It's very important in who cases, because not sure that all entrepreneur is the perfect fit with you, with us. Yes, we really start, as I explained, we start with an onboarding of 2 days. We start working together, already doing the due diligence, because it's where you can feel if you have that fit. And we already work on the next plan and the next 12 months, but we will make it really concrete during this onboarding session. And then after we very quickly we set up a board, and as I mentioned, we make a board each 6 weeks. That it's very different from other funds. It's really in our process. We automate a reporting each month, and what it's important for us is that the board is not an informative board. It's really a board where we will tackle challenges, and maximum 1 or 2 challenges, and that we do each 6 weeks. Thomas, our operating partner, is very close to the founders. He calls them each 2 weeks. He make a status. He work with them on the OKR. He defined a lot of different things, and he really focused on the go-to-market, on the product market fit, and we have playbooks internally because he experiment a lot of things in his previous venture, and when he coached the different startups the two years ago. Yes, I don't know if it answer your question.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe let me continue on that one, because it looks like it's a kind of an approach, maybe a bit similar like business angels, although they are just separately organized.
Not at all.
No, but I mean in the way that you bring wise money. So it means it's just not just the money, but you bring as well the support and the knowledge, the experience.
That's very important. Yes, we are all of us. We are founders. We know what it is to build a company. We have already feel that roller coaster. We are very complementary. We have, as Antoine is making a very big success with his startups. For example, he invests also in Sophia Genetics. He's the first investor of Sophia Genetics. He bring the company as a chairman to the Nasdaq. Yes, we are really there to work with the entrepreneurs. And also it's why we will invest only in 15 startups, because we need to have the time to support them. And yes, we are really entrepreneurs ourselves. Yes.
Okay, well, that's really interesting to know, of course, because it's quite differentiating you from others. Yeah, and as well,
the slide also is a little bit different. It's a more startup minded.
Very congratulations on the looks. It's really creative, so looking good. So does it mean that your website will be updated as well?
Yes, of course, because we just change the branding, and we are in the process to update the website. And yes, you are the first to see your new branding. Then it's
we have the primeur. That's great. Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's really nice. But maybe let's continue a little bit more, even because you had a slide where you presented as well some other people that with other functions. Are these people that you can
from the experts? Yes,
the experts. How does that work?
We have a pool of experts, and we really work with them on a particular subject, particular changing phases by the company. We have an expert in the go-to-market, and that the company has to pay them. We are not a startup studio with that's really they have to pay them. When Thomas and the partner works with the company, that's free, of course. But we have a different profile. We work with them from a long time now, and we really they are really good and really expert in a very small thing. That's very important. And we have, for example, as I present Linksy, who first investment in France during the onboarding session. We invite an expert in the go-to-market, and he really explained how he set up HubSpot, or you define the messages, the messaging, because it's so important to find the right message to bring to your customers, to show you a very person corresponding to a pain. That's a real exercise, and sometimes it's very complicated to find. And you have someone who can really help on that point. We have also in that company, we have to improve their digital acquisition and their visibility on on internet, on the social media, and so on. And we have a pool of experts who are of specialists in SEO, SEO on all of the different social media and so on, for example. And we make those guys come during the onboarding to show what you can do, and they start the discussion with the founders, and after there is a fit with them, because we don't impose anything. It's really we present, and if the founder has a fit, he can choose to start working with them. The only thing we impose, it's about each 6 weeks, a chief of staff. That's very important. The chief of staff, very, very important. And yes, that's it's present in all term sheet.
All right. Thank you so much, Olivier, for clarifying that out and for presenting it. So I think that that we come to the wrap of our session. So let me thank Yannick, Thibaut, Olivier for your great presentations. I hope that it clarified a lot for our entrepreneurs here. Well, let me just push in the last question that came up for Olivier. Is being B2B a strict requirement? I'm not sure that...
yes.
It is. Okay.
Honestly, if we see something completely amazing in the B2B sector, we will ask the question ourselves. But yes, it's really a B2B software. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much then, everybody. Other questions can always come afterwards. Don't hesitate to share them. And then just to let you know, we have a little summer break now in the reverse pitch sessions, and we come back with the next session in September, the 24th of September. So after a summer break, it's maybe a little bit too early to talk about summer break, but it's just to let you know already. So thanks everybody for being there. Don't hesitate to share your opinions, your questions, and then we see you soon back for the next session. Thank you, everybody. Have a really nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a nice break. Bye.